Hello, fabulous Taurus. Welcome to your horoscope for the month of February 2016, Love Focus. I am your astrologer, Nadiya Shah. Thank you for being here. This month, in the context of love, we've got this full moon happening late in the month, which really is going to speak strongly to what is taking place for you on a level of romance. You add to this, we have got Mars moving through your opposite sign and moving into shadow at that, beginning a long-term cycle that'll take you right into the summer, well into the summer. All of this says that matters of heart, matters of partnership are about to become into focus, and powerfully so. So you are one of those signs who will experience the sky in terms of love more strongly than most. But given this particular full moon, it does have a very strong kind of romanticness to it, simply because the sun is meeting Neptune in the sky. This adds an element of a lot of dreamy energy. You add to this as well, this particular full moon for you happening late in the month is about having a sense of your heart's desire being awakened and then being made aware of where the work is, if you're going to get there and if you're going to have that, but also where the disconnect is as well, if you don't have that. Now, this particular full moon will speak more strongly to those who are open to meeting someone new or just getting to know someone. So if you're just getting to know someone, this is going to be one of those times where, or if you're open to meeting someone new, this is one of those times where some truth, some realization is likely to come out about this person, this new person. And do know that if you meet anybody new under this kind of full moon, all may not be what it seems. And you might not have anything to go by other than your intuition. But it does look like the hope, the dreaminess is so strong. It might be that this person is really holding something back. You're flirting with them, you're, out and about. And then after a while, after you've been hanging out for a while, then they start, talking about their divorce and all the stuff that they're going through. And, I was saying this for, I'd say this for your sign, I said this for Pisces as well, that it could be that you meet someone and all of a sudden they are treating you like you are their therapist. Like they just start spilling their guts and you're like, whoa, that's way more than I needed to know. And it is especially becomes more likely when alcohol is a factor in the meeting. So if you can, hold back on that, hold back on the wine a little bit. Again, I've been advising this to the Pisceans and to you as well, most, and I would say the Virgos out there as well. They are the ones who most need to be aware of this energy and this tendency. So hold back a little bit on the wine. That'll only help you to see things a little bit more clearer. Because with this particular sky, it's just so easy to dive into an energy and just feel like everything is swimming, right? Literally, like just feel like you are immersed in an energy of pink mist and fantasy and dreams come true. And then of course the awakening, because Saturn is there. So that lends itself to awakening. So that's something that you may want to watch. But if you are willing to see things in a balanced kind of way, this can be a time when not only do you meet somebody, but you meet somebody who is striving to be better in some way. Someone who's doing the work, attempting to be more open to higher consciousness and higher awareness. So if you can, just be mindful, keep the alcohol out of it, and be willing to have certain conversations, regardless of where it ends up going. At least in the moment, it can end up being a really powerful moment for you and the other person that lets them know and lets you know that you have been heard, right? There's something about just acknowledging another person and their experience, acknowledging their heart, acknowledging that worthiness in them, that has a profoundly healing effect. And so this can work itself out. It starts as a flirtation, but becomes something a lot more meaningful, very likely to stay with you for a very, very long time to come. Those of you who are in a partnership, I think that Mars is going to be a much more dominant energy. The full moon is going to be more about why can't you be this way? That's a really not good place to be ever, right? It's one thing if you're joking around, but to ask somebody to be anybody that they are not is never a good strategy. And I've been saying this to a lot of the signs. This is not an ultimatum type of full moon. Don't give ultimatums under this, because things may not go the way that you want. People will not respond well to ultimatums under this particular full moon. So given that this energy is playing out there, ultimately, for a small percentage of you, there might be that factor of, seeing where the imperfections are, seeing where you wish this person was different, was better, quote unquote. But then that ultimately leads you back to yourself, right? Like, what is it in you that has called forth this situation as part of your sacred learning? And where are you going to go forward from here? How are you going to take ownership for your experience forward from this moment as part of learning about love in all its different forms? But we've got Mars across the sky, and this is good. We've also got Jupiter in that same part of the sky. So that tells me if you're in an established bond, ultimately that Jupiter will take care of things and make sure that all is healed, all is well, all is hopeful before you know it. Mars enters shadow in your opposite sign, and this is going to start off an important period of time where your partner just needs you to be there more, needs you to be present more. And again, this is true. There's this common theme playing out. Pisces, Taurus, Virgo. That's sort of the golden triangle, if you will, here. Your partner needs your presence, needs you to be aware, needs you to consider what it is that you're bringing to the moment, asking you to be present, maybe being more active. Now, this can play out in a whole lot of different ways, but what it comes down to is time, drive, motivation, and passion for some of you as well. So this is where you get to find out, how much do you really care about this person? Is it about how much you're going to put up with this person? Or is it about what work needs to be done? Or is it just about how much you realize that you really love them and you want to be with them and you want to spend as much time as possible with them? So that is a range of experience, but it all comes down to time and presence, having to be there. As long as you're that, as long as you're doing that, you will be well. Now you'll continue to learn. Again, long-term cycle will take you right into the summer. And so keep in mind, jot down what takes place in the second part of this month, because the issues that arise will be returned to just a little bit into the spring, and they will be returned to as part of your sacred learning, as part of things coming full circle, as part of getting those answers and that clarity when Mars returns to this very space that he's now going to be traveling in the later part of this month. What I love about this month for you is that level of awakening on heart, on the level of heart, on the level of body, on the level of desire and passion and motivation. There is something positively awakening happening now, and love is a key part of it. They say love is a revelation. Well, you are about to find out that love is also an awakening to self, a self that you can learn to love that much more deeply.